If you look at a map of, say, the United States, you might see a scale in the corner. And it might say something like 2 inches on the map equals 50 miles. And so you couldn't draw a map the actual size of what the United States is. So you scale everything down so that it gives the right distances, but it's just smaller. So then say, for example, if I look between 2 places on a map and it is 2 inches apart from each other, the 2 cities, to figure out what that real distance would say each of these sections then is worth 50 miles. So if you take 50 and 50, those 2 cities are 100 miles in real life, but on a map, they're 2 inches from each other. So say you're going to draw a scale drawing of your house, and we're going to say your house is 12 feet tall. So you wouldn't actually draw your house 12 feet tall. So instead, you're going to make a scale. And so I'm going to say that if I draw 1 inch, every time I draw 1 inch, that's going to be equal to 2 feet. So if I draw 1 inch here, that's going to be worth 2 feet. If I add another inch here, then that would be 4 feet total. So on my picture, I have 2 inches drawn, but that's equivalent to the 4 feet of the bottom of my house. So every time I add an inch to my drawing, it adds 2 more feet. So right here, I'm at 4 inches on my map, but I'm at 8 feet for my house. So if I add 2 more inches, I would get my 12 feet. So if I look here, I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I drew 6 inches. So that means that if I'm going to draw 6 inches, that's equal to 12 feet. Well, if you also look here, to get from 1 to 6, I took times 6. To get from 2 to 12, I also took times 6. So that's kind of looking at it like our equivalent fractions that we've been working on. So again, pretending I'm looking at a map, what if I say that on my map, 1 inch equals 8 miles? So if I drew here 3 inches, I would say each of these are worth 8 miles. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 24 miles, and that's the same as 3 inches. I can also do halves. So if I say I draw 4.5 inches, each of these, again, 1 inch is equal to 8 miles. Each of these are going to be worth 8, but since this last one isn't a full inch, it's going to be worth half of the 8, so it's going to be worth 4. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4 plus 8 equals plus 4 equals 36.